Hello, third and fourth grade artists, and welcome back to your virtual art room. Today you'll be working on a watercolor project that will involve painting with forms or the shapes that come together to create an object. We'll be painting a set of 3 tulips, focusing on a different color blend for each flower, using both wet on dry and wet on wet techniques. Let's get started. Start off by taping all 4 sides of your paper down to your surface. This will help create a nice easy border and keep your paper from sliding as you work. We're going to use simple forms starting with ovals to develop the form of the tulip's flower. We want to aim to have 3 flowers, 3 different colors and 3 different blends. So the first tulip that you see is a red tulip with some purple under hues to it. So you'll start off with red and then add some purple, add some blue to blend a little bit of purple. The second flower, so following the same shape format, is mostly red. We'll add a little bit more heavy pigment to make it a nice deep red. And then we'll also start adding our first layer to the stems. We'll add a little bit of blue, just some undershadowing along the underside of the petals to add some shadow. And then our third flower will have a little bit of a unique shape as if the petals are coming apart and we can see one petal in the background. We'll add a little bit more yellow to each of the stems. And then before each of the flowers dries, we want to make sure we're blending in a second layer of color. In this case, red to blend and make a partial orange flower. I'll use a little bit of water on my brush to blend any specific areas that might need some help blending. I can go back over each of the flowers in a glazing technique to add a little bit more color and definition without blending, to help create some separation of the petals and definition between the different flowers. Again, water is used to blend specific colors and create a nice blossom of color between the two, the yellow and the orange. To make the leaves, we're adding tall leaves with curved lines to a point. 1 or 2 leaves on each flower should be fine, and they should be almost the same height as the stem. Start with yellow and then we'll blend blue over it, add a little bit of blue at a time to make a nice light green. And then we can continue to add some streaks of blue to add definitions to those leaves. Don't forget about the stems either. Make sure that we're adding a little bit of blue to the stems to continue to create that green color all the way up the stem. Once the flowers have dried just a little bit, we'll be able to go back over and add a little bit more color to defined areas of both the flowers and the leaves. Instead of blending, if you just stroke the color on, it creates a really nice definition of color. We can see all 3 of the primary colors at the same time. Once you are satisfied with the amount of color that you've added, you can always go back over and add a little bit more rich pigment. So get some pigment from the bottom of your jar if that's what you're using, or if you're using a paint set, use a little bit less water with your paint set to get some nice bright color. When you're finished, remove the tape and you can let your paper dry. Don't forget to take a picture and upload it to our online gallery to share with all your peers. I can't wait to see your work. Bye.